darling Fumi Nation. How are you? How are we? My name is Fumidesaluvold. For those of you that are stopping by for the very first time, you are so very welcome indeed, my darlings. You're so very welcome indeed. Are we living and loving, my darling? Are we living and loving? It is basically a pair of jeans, and I'm wearing this faux Chanel jacket. It's the very reason why I bought it. What do you think, my darlings? And I just thought to myself, I really love this. I absolutely I love it. It's a lovely pink kind of tweed. Can you see? There you go. And I just thought, yes, this is very, very me, because it's winter. It's a bit chilly. You know what I mean? Oh, God. So, darling, we have what you call the most fabulous getaway retreat for October 2nd to October 6th. Yes, my darlings, it is going to be the most fabulous ever. It's called Media Magic. Media Magic, my darlings. I'm going to put the link below, and I want you to really soak it all in. It's October of next year, so you have all the time to think about whether you want to get away and have a fabulous time. Yep. Okay, so we are moving along. I put a poll out, and this month is dedicated to Fumi Nation. I am responding to your messages. Put all of your messages below, your questions below. I said to myself, I am going to respond to you all. And so the first one being about my hair. This is All Healthy Hair Studio. I had traction alopecia, and I had no edges. I had no edges whatsoever. And here we are. I'm walking around with a full head of hair. I'm so excited because I have been using Healthy Hair Studio, hair by ENITAN. She's a trichologist. It's a black-owned brand, and she ships internationally. The link again is below. The link is right there, my darlings. The link is right below, and I put it right here for you guys to see. It is fantastic, fantastic. I don't know what to say. It's part of me. When I get dressed, I get excited. That's the only way I can describe it. And I will never process my hair again. ENITAN said to me, all hair is beautiful. And I love my hair. If you have traction alopecia, I promise you that hair will grow back. It will grow back with a vengeance, I tell you. Moving along. So one of you sent me this message, and I'm going to read it out here for you, okay? And she says, while on the same topic, because the other day I had talked about, and we will have a different conversation about that as well. Fumi Nation had kind of brought up the topic about not trusting other women with your man, okay? Let's just say that. And here she says, while on the same topic, my husband has been having an affair for the last 6 months. Guess how I found out? The mistress called me to tell me everything. We have a young child under 5. Auntie Fumi counseled me. She says the affair ended after she kicked him out of her house. Just imagine. Just imagine. First and foremost, I am very sorry. That has to hurt. That is a terrible thing to wake up to pick up your phone, as I do, even when we're here, talking to you and somebody gives you that kind of information is heartbreaking. I am so sorry, because I also have a young son who's only 6, and they're still so very little. I don't know what your relationship is with him. I don't know whether you are working. I don't know whether you're financially independent. I don't know anything other than what you have given me. I am going to give you this advice. Let me start by saying this. A snake will always be a snake. A snake will always desire to eat eggs. You can have the most beautiful Fabergé egg, beautiful, precious, and you can take those eggs and protect them away from the snake. Yeah? But that does not stop the snake from desiring to eat eggs. Do you understand the proverb? That as much as you might hide all the eggs away from the snake is an egg eater. So any opportunity the snake gets, the snake will eat the egg, an egg, your egg, my egg, any egg, it will eat the egg. Yeah? Okay. A man that cheats for a whole bunch of reasons. I don't know why. I don't know. I really don't know. It's not even your business to know. The fact that he has cheated, you have to take pause. Because before you physically cheat with somebody, you mentally cheat. Which means that you have the desire, you have the will, you have the hope, you even imagine it. You drive over to the person's house. You tell lies to your wife. You tell lies to your colleagues. You tell lies to your boss. Because I want you to understand that when a man cheats, he doesn't only cheat to you, the wife. He has also cheated on his child. He has cheated on the entire home. And he has cheated on every single person that came to that wedding and he said his vows. The difference here is, it really depends on whether you're going to tolerate it or not. That's just the difference. It's the difference whether I'm going to sit here and cry, I'm going to sit here and say, but we have a child. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to suck it up. And he said sorry, and we're going to continue. And I'm going to put a blind eye to it. And I'm going to pretend to live my life. And I'm going to live half of my life. Because my heart is broken, but my eyes are now open. And when I want to focus on me and do other things, I am focusing on where he is, what he's doing, smelling his t-shirt, going through his phone, going through his wallet for receipts, following him down the alleyway, wearing sunglasses and a hat to see where he went was where he went. And you have great sadness. And you pretend that everything is okay, everything is wonderful, but it is not. Am I prepared to live that kind of life? Then again, am I financially strong? Do I have enough money where I can walk out of this house? I can pay rent. I can pay for the deposit. I can pay for a month's rent. I can take care of my son myself. And I know that I will be okay. Will my family support me? Because that's another thing. It takes a village out here in these streets to be able to do what you gotta do. I have my support system. I trust and believe I do, and I need it. Can I cope being a single mom? I'll tell you that also. It's not easy out here in the streets to be a single mom. As far as I'm concerned, single mothers are warriors. They are warriors, and that is why I give them all of my clothes, my makeup and hair, everything first. I give it to them because they have to compensate for another income that's not coming in. They are the decision makers. They have to find a way to navigate amongst other single mother sisters to pick their children up, to drop them off. Why do I know this? Because when I go for the school run for Adrian, I see them and I volunteer. I say, don't worry, I'll bring him home. I'll bring her home. Don't worry, I'll take her with me. I'll bring her with me. Don't worry, they're with me. They're with Adrian. I'll feed them. Don't worry, you take your time. It's a beast out here to be a woman, to fall in love with a man. And he said, I will love you for better, for worse. You believed him. You bore a child. Not for him, but for us, to have a child to raise together. And here you are, minding your own business. and the mistress is calling you to tell you, I kicked your useless husband out of my house, out of my life. He is rubbish. He is rubbish. I don't want him. I don't need him. But I feel sorry for you. So I decided to call the wife to tell her. The mistress is nothing to write home about, because you knew about the wife and you still went ahead. And now that you have gotten everything that you wanted from the man, now you have the flagrant audacity to call the wife on a day where she's just trying to go about her business and take care of her little child. And you want to spoil her day now and say, I've thrown him out. You're not a sister, you're not a supporter, and karma is real. Back to my baby sister. Darling, start to plan for financial independence if you do not have it. Start. You have a little boy, a little girl, you have a little child. You could take my advice, which is priceless and free, or you cannot take it and go ahead and have another child with him and find yourself digging a deeper grave. But I'm telling you, your happiness depends on your financial freedom. I live for it. Financial freedom, I live for it. I can pick and choose. I can turn down jobs and I can decide to do a job. It does not have any bearing on my financial status, because I make sure that I'm independent. Because anything can happen. And what would I do? I always think of September 11th. Because these women were pregnant. Their husbands kissed their tummy, kissed them, and went to work and never came back. That's the worst scenario. But you know what? Life goes on. Don't hold on to broken dreams that you did not break. Because you see, it's unplugged from the wall. And you're holding on to the cord. Do you think that you'll never marry again, that you'll never love again? Yes, you will. This is a test, and God tests us. But if you stay there, you tolerate it, you encourage it. You're even saying to yourself, I don't even want him to know that I know. Because he's paying all of the bills. So he will tell you to be quiet when he wants you to be quiet. And he'll give you grocery money, get the groceries for the week. Whether it's enough or not, that's none of his business. Because you put yourself in a position where you solely depend on him. And because of that, he's now treating you in the worst kind of way ever. I can be anything, I can do anything, I can come home anytime I want, and the food and dinner better be on the table. That's the life that you have. The question now is, do you want this long term? That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking. That's why you have to be team players. As he works, you work. As he earns money, you earn money. Do not get me wrong, please. Ula was very solid when I married him. But I did not sit at home to do nothing. I came with money. When I got married to him, I sold my car for $25,000. That was part of it. But I went there with 75. And before it ran out, I made sure that I had other ways of income. So I did films, I did television, I modeled. I have always found a way to have some sort of income. Not because I'm afraid, oh my God, he will leave me. But accidents happen. Sickness, illness, anything can happen. And I will always be by him in sickness and in health. I might have to be the one to stand up and take care of him. What happens then? Fumi, where is your safety net? Where's your health insurance? Where's your life insurance? Where's your property insurance? Where are all of your insurances on your life in the event anything happens? Because you see, once you put yourself in that position, many husbands will think twice. Why? Because they want to eat the cake and still have it at the same time. Let me run around and do what I gotta do and let the wife be at home. And you put yourself in a position of dependence. Poor is the person whose happiness depends on the permission of another. And with that, do not forget to like, to subscribe, hit the notification button, and I will see you what? I will see you sooner than later. All of my love.